Please welcome the National Association of Black Journalists President and Boston Globe's Senior Assistant Sports Editor, Mr. Gregory Lee, Jr.
Before I get started, I want to say thank you to all the doctors out there. When I lost my voice this week, I've heard so many remedies this week, it's not even fun. I could write a blog about it. But my favorite one is from founder Maureen Bunyan. She told me to have an exercise, a yoga exercise, where I raise my head and kiss the sky and stretch out my throat. And I just want to thank you guys for being very patient with me this week, because I'm in my hometown and it's very exciting to be here. So I want to thank you, all the doctors out there who gave me many remedies for my voice and coming back. So I'm back for tonight. So good evening, my NABJ family. And I have hoped that you enjoyed my hometown so far. I just hope that you had the ability to feel the great charm of this city. This place is more than home for me. It was my entire foundation was set professionally and personally. I want to thank my family and friends. Many are here tonight, especially my father, Minister Gregory Lee, Sr., who was here and graced us with his presence, with his prayer. And I want to send a special shout out to my mother, who in a couple of weeks will celebrate 6 years old, and she is a fox still. Love you, Mom. Without them, I would not be standing in front of you this evening. And I want to thank you, my NABJ family, for all of your support that you have given your elected and appointed leadership team. We could not have such a solid convention without your help. I want to thank my paper, the Boston Globe, for all the support they have given me to serve you. And I've been out of the office a lot, so they really give them a round of applause. I also want to thank the Times-Picayune for starting my career. As we know, the paper has gone through dramatic changes in our industry. Just last week, it was announced that a third of the Times-Picayune staff must be let go. I feel for those people. I consider them family. As a native son and a person who worked there, this city and region needs the Times-Picayune to be at full capacity, to keep, among other things, our local politicians honest, to keep the public trust. When I took over this great organization almost a year ago, NABJ was fresh off a successful convention in Philadelphia. But we also were entering a period of scrutiny because of our departure from unity. It was a bold step, but a necessary one. The message was sent to the entire industry that we can pull off a convention that meets the needs of our members. There were critics on the outside and on the inside who said we could not do this. Well, I'm here to tell you, NABJ family, we have done it. We've raised more money in participation in sponsorships, we sold out the exhibit hall, and we have a high number of delegates. Once again, we have shown the industry we are the largest and most powerful membership-based journalists of color association in America. We will never compromise the basic tenets of NABJ. We will continue to fight to get more our members in America's newsrooms, and we will continue to fight for the stories about the underserved. Will we ever go back to unity? Perhaps we will one day, but only on the terms that make sense for NABJ. We will not be part of an organization that does not go to newsrooms and fight for diversity with the same passion as NABJ. We will not be part of a group that does not recognize nor recognize the value and collective strength that we possess. That strength has led to 12 straight months of increases of membership. That strength comes from posting consecutive years in the black for the first time in more than a decade. And you know what, NABJ? We're going for 3 in a row of financial solvency in 2012. Yes, NABJ, we are healthy and we are growing. We bounced back from the bottom of the economic barrel in 2009. We restored our credit, and we gave out a record number of scholarship dollars in 2011. I'm also very proud to say that our committees, task force chairs, and chapter presidents are in sync with the national board. Yes, NABJ, our organization is strong, and our stock continues to grow. It is a new day in our industry and a new day in NABJ. While we must discontinue old habits that no longer help us, we cannot forget what our founders and veterans have done for our association. We have to come together and merge the old and the new to form a stronger NABJ, just like Dr. Lee and the Atlanta A&T band did in the movie Drumline. One band, one sound. We have very important work ahead. Over the next year, NABJ will begin work on its new strategic plan. That current plan expires at the end of the year. We will begin to answer many questions about our organization, such as NABJ's definition of a journalist. Where does NABJ go in the next 37 years? How does NABJ refocus its mission as more members are leaving the field? How can we push our membership more towards an entrepreneurial spirit? How will we maintain our status as the dominant minority journalism group in the nation and in the world? Together, we will answer those questions and many, many more. But there's one question that we will never have to guess what the answer will be. Yes, we will continue to aggressively fight for diversity in our newsrooms. Quite frankly, news executives have gotten lazy and flat out don't care about diversity. Their words don't match their actions. Today's excuse is the economy. But what was the excuse 20 years ago when the same problems existed in a thriving economy? Look at what's happened in newsrooms around the country. Layoffs, buyouts have pushed out the door of veteran black journalists. I'm the first president whose background is in sports, and what I see in press boxes around the country is appalling. The scene on media press row and at press conferences is still very white and male. Just in April, I noticed in the black press box at a Boston Bruins playoff game that there was more African Americans in that press box than at the home opener of the Red Sox. Now, who would have thought there would be, in a game in which Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier, would be more media covering that than hockey? And what about this? Nearly 15 years ago, there were six black editors who was covering sports in leading sports sections. Today, there's only one black person leading a sports section. That's Lisa Bell Wilson at the Buffalo News. In the words of my mentor, Leon Carter, that is a scandal before God. Diversity, you see, has become a buzzword, a relic almost. Younger appears to translate now to whiter. That is unacceptable. And it's time to call out these companies. Do not accept the excuse from the executives that numbers in our newsrooms are on par with AS&E or an RTNDA. In a word, those numbers are shameful. AS&E figures from 2011 census show that the percentage of minorities in newsrooms is now at 12.32%. That's nearly down a percentage point since AS&E's 2010 census. Even worse, 2012 figures show that the overall newsroom employment has dropped 2.4%. But among minorities, that decline has been more than twice at 5.7%. I got news for you companies that are ignoring diversity. We see you, and we're coming after you. So the tone has been set for this leadership team by listening to you and acting. As we know, I get more excited. After 13 years of consecutive years of national service in NABJ, I am still excited about what we can do together. I'm still excited when I see a young person get a new job. I'm excited when I see the veterans come to today's business meeting and volunteer to keep on track by doing hard tasks. I'm still excited that I see our organization still in growth, and I'm excited about our future. I know this, and I know we still have a lot of work to do. Your board of directors still has a lot of work to do. The national office has a lot of work to do. But more importantly, together, we still have a lot of work to do together. But we're on our way. God bless you, NABJ, and thank you for all your support.